Well, I guess the leaks say we're getting a Nintendo Direct in September. Yeah, no sh**. What's up, guys? Welcome back, or welcome in for the first time. If you are new here, do me a favor, jump down in the description of this video. There's a link there to my Twitch. I have moved all my streaming off of this YouTube channel, except for the podcast, over to my Twitch. I'm over there live probably 3 nights a week, sometimes more. So if you are interested in that, the link is in the description. Like I said, streaming over there all the time. Maybe I'll see you in the chat tonight. So a Nintendo Direct in September. At this point, if you followed Nintendo for a few years, any amount of time, you would know that we get a Direct every September. We have for a long time. I'm gonna go through the history and prove that. But to me, this really isn't, it's not really a leak. It's not even really a surprise. We get one, like I said, we get one in September every year. And yeah, I think we're definitely getting one this year. I can give you some evidence as to why, but before that, I do wanna go through the history, like I said, just to show you this is something that happens all the time. And before we get into that, I do want to say this. I'm not saying that anyone who's saying that there is a September Direct or is a leaker or anybody who puts these things out there is wrong. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not trying to start any problems with anybody. I just think it's silly. It's silly to call this a leak when there's really no other evidence out there saying that there's going to be one other than the things that we already know, things that are coming. To kind of make it seem like, yeah, a Direct in September would make a ton of sense, obviously. None of the things people are talking about are anything that isn't really public knowledge. Even the stuff that's not directly said, you could put 2 and 2 together and easily figure out, you know, yeah, September makes sense. Now, I mean, could a Direct happen in late August? Yeah, probably not. I doubt it. It's probably gonna be September. September's what they've always done, and I'm gonna prove that to you right now. Let's start with 2016. Okay, so September 1st, 2016, Nintendo Direct. Watch for updates on upcoming Nintendo 3DS releases. September 13th, 2017. 45 minutes of what is headed to the Nintendo Switch and 3DS. So at this point, we were still talking about 3DS stuff. Moving right along, the 13th of September, 2018. We got a Direct again. Roughly 35 minutes of information on upcoming Nintendo 3DS and Nintendo Switch titles. You guys see the trend here? All right, 2019, we got one on the 4th of September. 40 minutes long, they talked about Sword and Shield, they talked about Luigi's Mansion 3, that was a good one. Luigi's Mansion 3, man, that was a good game. I really like that. Now, 2020, last year, which was a tough year for Nintendo. We did not get 1 Direct in September. We did not get 2 Directs in September. Technically, we got 3 Directs in September. We had the Mario 35th Direct on the 3rd, then we had the Partner Showcase on the 17th, but following that Direct on the same day, we got another one. We got a Monster Hunter Direct because that was the day that they announced Monster Hunter Rise, I'm pretty sure. Now, if that's not a trend you can actually look at with Nintendo and finally maybe be able to track what they're gonna do next, I don't know what is. Nintendo is one of the hardest companies to figure out what they're gonna do next, but the September Direct, it's been there. It's always been there. The whole life of the Switch and even a little bit before that. But besides all that history, let's look into a few other things. A few reasons why I think a September Direct really makes sense. 1, Metroid Dread comes out on October 8th. We have seen a ton of Metroid Dread on Nintendo's Twitter, but I do believe that they are definitely going to want to get this game on a bigger stage, talk about it again, maybe show some of the stuff they've been showing on Twitter and on their YouTube channel. I think they're gonna wanna show that on a bigger stage right before the game comes out. I think it's very, very probable that we will see Metroid Dread at a September Direct in a very big way right before it releases. They're trying to make Metroid more of a household name. It's a franchise that the people who like it really like it, but it's not really one of Nintendo's biggest franchises. So I think they are gonna really put a push on that and a Direct before it comes out. Obviously, that's gonna help. We also have the OLED Switch coming out the same day. We heard what we heard about the OLED Switch right after E3. We got the announcement just pretty much the same way we did with the Switch Lite. We got a trailer, we got all the information. There were some things left out. We don't know anything about the enhanced audio, but maybe at a Direct in September, they can talk about this a little bit more. As I said, it's coming out the same day as Metroid Dread, so why not? Why not talk about it in a Direct right before it comes out? Who knows, maybe we'll even get a special Metroid edition. Don't hold your breath on that. That's probably not gonna happen. But I mean, it's possible. I mean, at this point, probably not very possible, but it's definitely still possible. Now, there are several other things I'm probably forgetting right off the top of my head here, but Another big reason I think the September Direct, it kind of has to happen. I guess it doesn't really have to happen, but on the 29th of July, Nintendo released an update for Animal Crossing New Horizons. It was a very small update, but it did bring back the fireworks for August. I am streaming that every Sunday over on Twitch, by the way, and I do have viewers on the island with me. I've got like 5 bars on my island. We just do a bar crawl. It's a lot of fun. So again, link to the Twitch is down in the description. Anyway, my point with all this is they actually said in that same tweet that there was another update coming soon, that we just have to wait a little bit longer to get it. I think we get that update in a Direct, and I think it has to be in September, and I'll tell you why. With that update, they actually added a bunch of items, and I'm not gonna tell you what they are. They are new Halloween items. You can time travel up to October and see what they are if you wanna see them, but I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody who doesn't want to know. If you wanna check those out, they are in the game already, but the problem is if you travel to Halloween, it's not there. Nothing happens on Halloween. You can go back to the previous one and it's Halloween night. It's just like it was last year. But there's nothing there right now. They have it locked, which doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be a Direct to talk about Halloween, but they said there's a big update coming, and I feel like we will hear about what's going to be going on for Halloween this year the same time that we get this big update for Animal Crossing. And if it is as big of an update as they are implying with what they said in their tweet, you know, I guess you could take it several ways, but to me, I look at that and I see, okay, this is going to be a major update. This is going to bring new things to the game, so wouldn't you want to do that in a Direct? I think so. I think all these things we've talked about here today pretty much tell us, yeah, we're getting a Direct in September. It's not really a question of if, it's just when, what day. I'd say probably early September, but hey, who knows? But guys, I want to know what you think about all this. Do you think we're getting a Direct in September? It's hard for me to believe that anybody doesn't think we're getting a Direct in September. I mean, obviously, we're getting one. But if you don't, tell me why. Maybe we're getting it another month. Maybe we're getting it later this month. Or maybe it's all the way, maybe it's in mid-October. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. But that's gonna do it for this one, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like, make sure you're subscribed. We'll see you in the next one.